Hey, you guys, good morning. Welcome to a special Friday edition, episode number 21. Wow. Of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
I'm good. I'm pumped for tomorrow. We're gonna
Me
get some
too,
live
man.
action.
Me too. Football is back.
Yeah, fans in the
Football is
stands.
back.
Wow, it's gonna be
Man,
nice.
I can tell you it was very nice last Saturday going to the green and white practice. Man, it was nice to see people in the stands. It was nice to see football again, even though it was only practice.
Mhm.
And I got to give a big shout out to all our new subscribers
Yes.
from last weekend. Man, welcome aboard. Welcome aboard. Looking forward to a great season. I hope you're doing the same.
Yep.
Okay.
Thank you all. Much appreciated from us. Thank you.
Absolutely.
So, Kevin, let's talk about that since I don't have anything to rant about. I'm in vacation mode. I'm in a good mood. Football's here. What was your outtake, like whispers around your section? What is the fan base saying? Are they riding the wave? Are they worried? Are they waiting for the wave to collapse? And
I was listening to the people around me, and I mean, you can even hear some of them on those videos.
Yes, you can.
A lot of them were killing Zach.
Okay.
I mean, you know, if to me, I know, and like some of the comments on the video, oh, relax.
Yeah.
It's just, well, no kidding.
Yeah.
But when you're the second pick in the draft, okay, you hold out, you miss the first two practices of training camp, you better come in and light it up. In my opinion.
Yeah. Hey, listen, Kevin, I never knock somebody's opinion. I never say, I don't, you know what? You saw what you saw. You seen, you know, and you're entitled to your opinion, you know?
And I mean, like I mentioned in the videos, I know Zach was going against the ones. It was ones against ones. I know White was going twos against twos, but I was watching the details, their presence, okay? The way they handled themselves, the way they threw the ball. I mean, okay, Zach was zipping some around too, but like there's one video I put up. White lights it up, okay? The touch on the ball was unreal.
Yeah.
I mean, he just laid it in the dude's hands.
Yeah.
I mean, again, I know it was twos against twos. I know it was only practice, but you know, you got to give credit where credit's due, and vice versa. And, you know, Zach struggled Saturday night. He really did.
But that's what you were there. You were there to give some content to what you saw, and like it or not, that's what you saw, and that's what your opinions are. So, I mean, but you're not going to please everyone. But let me ask you a quick question. If you had to make final cuts, is he your number two?
White?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Now, did Josh Johnson and James
play at all? Not really. I hear they're going to play a lot tomorrow night.
Okay. Well, it sounds like Zach and the first string, we'll call them, is going to get 2 series. It sounds like.
Well, I read about a quarter.
Really? Okay. So all right. Yeah. So that could be about 2 series, depending on how long.
Yeah, a couple of drives. Yeah, depending on how the defense plays. Yeah.
What would you like to see tomorrow night? Would you like to see one long ball, couple of short intermediate passes?
I'd like to see crispness. Okay. You don't put it put it in the end zone. Okay. I was sitting last week. I was sitting on one end of the field, right by the end zone. And you can see that's how I got White's touchdown like that. I kept waiting for Wilson to come down the field. They never. I said I want them in front of here so I can get some good shots and stuff. They never got down that far. All night.
So explain to someone like myself or others who never been to one of these scrimmage games. You got a ticket, right? And was the ticket a seat, or were you allowed to move around the stadium and sit where you want, or they put you in a section and that was it?
I mean, they told, okay, 2 years ago when I went to this, because
Okay.
obviously last year they
Yeah,
didn't
mhm.
have it because of the COVID and stuff. But 2 years ago, you could go anywhere you wanted.
Okay.
Saturday night, they were kind of telling you where you were going.
Okay.
So,
All
and
right.
whether that was because of, again, COVID
Mhm,
restrictions,
mhm.
they're trying, yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah. Okay. I
So,
was just curious. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never
because
been
I
to
mean,
one, so
2 years ago when
okay.
I went down in the clubhouse, and I was
Okay.
able to come out the doors right behind their bench.
Wow. And no one stopped you, nothing. Wow, pretty
No,
cool.
no, you could go
Wow.
anywhere.
Okay.
Last Saturday night,
Okay.
the complete opposite. So
Okay.
they were very strict on you last Saturday.
Okay.
So
So let me ask you, with where you were sitting and what you saw, did a player or a certain play or really stand out to you like, wow, this kid could make this team? Or who is this kid? I never heard of him. Like, what, like, was there a wow moment for you during that 3 or 4 hours or however long you were there, however long the night was?
defensively, I thought Mosley looked great.
Okay.
Okay, he looked back to where he needs to be. He looked like
Okay.
himself. Um, Elijah Moore, I thought looked good.
Okay.
Okay, I mean, we got to see what happens with the quad injury here now.
Yeah. Now, as of now, unless you heard different, there's no news. So I'm hoping
Yeah,
no.
no, I didn't hear anything. Yeah,
Yeah.
so there was supposed to be an MRI yesterday
Today.
afternoon,
Oh,
but
yesterday afternoon. Okay.
that's what I heard, but no results yet.
My
So
my question is, and I worked in the fitness field, but I really don't. I can't answer it. Would a quad strain be better than a hamstring strain?
good
And
question. Yeah,
depending on the level,
I would think it's not as severe. I don't
yeah,
know. I mean,
depending on the level of the strain,
I've
hamstrings.
pu- I've pulled a hamstring. It's painful, man.
Yeah, yeah,
It like it's tough to even walk sometimes.
yeah,
So
yeah. Yeah, that would be interesting to see. Hopefully, after we get off the air and later on today, we'll have some news. But since you brought up Elijah Moore, everything I'm hearing and seeing is positive, and I like that. I'm not gonna try to get down on the kid. I really don't want to get down on any Jets. I just want to be realistic. And for me, if he never sees the field till September 4th, when we start preparing for week 1, I'm okay with that.
Oh, me too.
I know practice makes perfect, and the more reps, but even at 85%, Kev, to me, this kid is a force.
Oh yeah, I've been ever since we drafted him, and I've been watching some tape on him. I've been touting this guy, man.
Oh no, I'm not. Listen, I don't know how everyone else feels, but I know you've been ahead on the curve with him, and props to you.
Like there's something about him when you're watching him. Like I was
Yeah.
watching him Saturday night. The dude looks like he's been doing this for years.
Yeah.
He really
There's
does.
Aura, a mystique about him, something
Yeah.
special.
Yeah, you can see there's something there. Absolutely.
Yeah, not to piss Jet fans off, and I'm only joking, but he's wearing a Jet uniform, and I feel like even when we're giving the keys, we drop the keys. So I'm hoping, yes, I'm hoping this Joe Douglas new regime. I don't want to see him the rest of. If we don't have to see him, Kevin, and he gets healthy, we need him out there. Even for game 1 at 85%, even if he's a decoy, he's going to demand some respect, and that might open it up for one of our other receivers to make a big play. He needs to be out there at all times for us.
I can see this guy becoming Mr. Third Down.
Nice. Nice.
Almost like I remember Wayne was Mr. Third Down a lot. You know, when they needed something, Wayne on a crossing pattern or a slant or something, boom. Yeah. You know, it kind of reminds me of that. But
no, that's
we'll see.
Good. That's good. That's good. Any other player that you didn't know, or undrafted, somebody stand out? How did you notice?
You know what really stood out to me?
Okay.
How freaking big number 77 is.
Wow, I'm sure.
That's what really.
Wow.
And I heard people around me. My brother was saying it. The people around us were saying it. We're like, look, because you could see with him standing next there. Look how big that dude is. He's like a house. He's
I was
like
gonna
a
say
house.
he's a mountain of a man.
Absolutely.
Right.
Absolutely.
And Kevin, I know you probably couldn't tell from where you were. You weren't on top of him, but did he look slimmer? Did he look trimmer? Did he? I mean, I know it's hard to tell with the pads on.
He looked like he was moving.
Okay.
Like he looked like he had quickness to him. Yeah.
All right.
Now, whether that's from the weight loss or not, I don't know. So.
Yeah. Excellent. That's good to know. And
I'm telling you, this guy's like a brick shit house.
Okay. Now, were there any passes that you noticed to the tight ends? Anything stand out? Did you get to see Kenny at all? Our man Kenny or my man Kenny?
No, it was like, I guess it was a glorified practice.
That's what they're normally called, scripted.
Yeah, I mean, they were shuffling in and out, and nothing really stood out. You know what did stand out to me? The play of the defense.
Okay. Well, they say they're light years ahead of offenses anyway, but they're
going to be good, man.
Wow.
I got a feeling they're going to be good. Like really good.
Yeah. So if you're making a prediction, and we don't want to get overblown, top 15, top 10,
top 10.
Wow.
I think top 10. Yeah.
Yeah. A reporter said that a few months back. I think we brought that up. I forgot the reporter's name.
There's too many badasses on this defense. There really is. Well, as Jamal used to say, dogs. Too many dogs.
Yeah. I gotta tell you, maybe I didn't do my research like I should have over the years, whatever. I feel like for the first time, and if I'm giving Joe Douglas props, he brought in ballers. He brought in guys that even as rookies don't say to themselves, I'm a rookie, I just want to make the team. Please. Like, these guys are already like, and I got to tell you, this is giving fight to Bless Austin, because he knows what's out there. And when I hear him say, I know where I should have been drafted, I knew this injury set me back, but I'm going to prove everyone wrong. Like, this is bringing the fight now. And I like this. I like this new regime and hopefully it's heading,
Hey, man, and competition breeds success. And, and there's a lot of competition here.
Yeah. And I like the fact that the rookies and even our second year players are not saying, oh, I'm not supposed to, I just want to make the team. They're like, I'm not only going to make this team, but I'm going to be a leader for this team.
And speaking of Austin, he's actually the guy with the most starts out of all our corners.
Yeah.
Honestly. Yeah. I mean, he's got 16 starts. I mean, we only have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 corners that have an NFL start. Yeah. And that's anywhere from 2 starts, which would be Guidry.
Okay.
All the way to 16, which is Austin. Yeah. I mean, underneath Austin is Bryce Hall with 7.
Yeah.
Then Lamar Jackson with 6.
Okay.
Corey Ballantyne with 4, and then Guidry with 2, and everybody else 0.
Yeah. No, I hear you. But like I said, what I like about whenever you see a small snippet of these guys talk, it's never, I just want to make the squad. I'm glad to, I know I can make this team. I have a fighting chance to show this coaching staff what I can do. Like, those dogs is what we need. Everyone, and I'm happy about that.
I mean, how many times have we watched games and our defense is like a half a step behind? You can see there's no fire. They're just letting guys run by them. Yeah. We saw that for the last 2 years.
Yeah.
Not going to be the case this year. These guys are.
Yeah. I almost feel like where we said earlier in the season about our front 7, where now if we lose someone, we could plug someone in and feel good. And yes, it's early, so I don't want to sound like, oh, now you're talking about wearing rose color. I know I'm not, but I feel like even in the cornerback class, from the second best cornerback on the depth chart to the 5th, we don't lose much. Like they're all ballers. They all want to show what they can do. They all have this fighting spirit, this drive to get better.
And I think it was Wednesday's practice. Man, they were touting the corners. The corners were shutting everybody down.
Yeah.
So they had a good day Wednesday.
Yeah.
So hey, we'll see.
What we have to understand as Jet fans or football fans, just like every day we wake up and we could have a good day, bad day at work, in life, these players are going to have the same.
Absolutely, man.
So you know what? If Zach, you saw a bad night from Zach, you let everyone know. Doesn't mean we think he's going to be a bad quarterback. He had a bad night. It happens.
Hey, listen, take it from somebody who's goes and plays shows. Yeah. You have bad nights and you have good nights.
No, exactly.
So
doesn't mean we think the band they had a bad night. He had a bad night. We should be able to say when this is what we're doing. We're telling you what we feel. We didn't say, "Oh, he's done." They never like Sean King.
Oh, I saw that.
Like you're ripping you're ripping my quarterback. Were you ever more than a third string? And listen, you're entitled to your opinion. So I can't knock him because I want to be entitled to my opinion. But Sean, I mean, let's see the man play a half a year before you're already labeling him a bust. I
don't know, man. I don't know. What else we got about tomorrow night? So again, he's going to play a quarter. About when he goes out, it's going to cycle through Josh Johnson, James Morgan, and Mike White for the final 3 quarters.
One of these quarters.
No Elijah Vera Tucker tomorrow night.
No, that pec tear. I think it's worse than what they're saying, but he's another guy. And I know it's important to have cohesiveness. And I thought I might have some news on him somewhere, but maybe I don't.
Well, they're expecting him for the Packers game next week.
Yeah.
So
And if he's not, he's not. Like again, as long as he's ready by September 1st to have the practice leading up to week 1, I'm okay with that. Like I said, I have always watched preseason biting my nails because I never want these.
Just don't want anybody to get hurt in a stupid, meaningless game.
Yeah. You know what? We could lose every preseason game. All I want to see is my ones go out, control and command their offense. If they could put a touchdown on the board, fine. But I want to see control of the offense from my first stringers.
I forget what season it was. I think we went like 4-0 or 5-0 or something.
Yeah, the Browning. I think it was the Browning Nagel season.
Yeah, and everybody. Oh man! Oh, look out!
Yeah,
we stunk.
Yeah, we won 4 games that year.
Yeah, we stunk.
Yeah.
So preseason doesn't mean a damn thing.
Exactly. And Browning Nagel never to be found again. He was like an episode of Lost.
Yeah.
Promise, and we don't know where he went.
That first game, everybody was like, "Oh my God, we have a quarterback."
Yeah, I remember how he lit it up in a loss. I think it was week 1 against Atlanta, and I remember I never high-fived so many people in a loss. Like he's only going to get better. Boom, boom, high five the world, everyone, high five.
Yeah.
And we tanked.
High five who guts.
Yeah, exactly.
On the Giants end, no Daniel Jones tomorrow night.
Yeah. Surprised? Are you surprised?
Yeah, I figured we'd see him for a little bit. But
yeah. Especially he's a quarterback season 3. He's got more to lose, in my opinion, than even Zach does.
Yeah. Oh, this is a pass year for Zach. So, I mean, 3rd year of Daniel Jones. So, I mean, it's put up or shut up now, really. Yeah. No Barkley tomorrow night, which I figured, coming off the injury. So
yeah, I think Giant fans are probably happy about that. They want him ready for week 1. And this.
So 7:30 kickoff. Looking forward to it.
Yeah.
Yep. And I thought something else funny this week. I thought I was watching Saleh's press conference, Saleh's press conference, which you can catch up on the podcast channel. Okay. I've been putting them up. So he kind of gave a shot to the Giants, talking about camp, talking about camp fights.
Yeah.
Talking about us, he said, "I think this team really cares about one another." I think these guys understand what each person puts in every day, and I think they respect the work that they're trying to put on tape.
Yeah.
I think when you see fights is when players are being cheap and doing extra and really trying to hurt another person's career.
Mm.
So I think that was a kind of a shot at the Giants. So the way I saw it this morning, they were saying, did Saleh give the Giants bulletin board fodder?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's funny. Do you remember back in the Rex days or in the early 2009, we always used to hear that it's good when the teams fought. It was good that they had this fighting spirit, this rivalry. Do you still buy into that it's good that the team within the team gets hot-headed and attacks each other? Or do you find that as that's just weak? Why you fighting your own player?
Well, I understand the heat of the summer.
Mm-hmm.
You're doing, the grind of the training camp. All you're doing is hitting each other, and sometimes you can't even hit each other.
Mm-hmm.
I can understand where the tempers.
Okay.
I can understand.
I always
as long as you're not hurting your teammates.
Yeah.
I mean, okay. What are you going to do in helmets and pads? You're going to smack each other around, wrestle to the ground. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Finish up.
When you start ripping stuff off and start throwing punches, that's a different story. So
yeah. I always think a little bit of the back and forth is spirited, and if it comes to a little pushing and shoving, there's nothing wrong as long as you're not out there to injure your brother on the other side of the line. Right. Remember, that's still your teammate, and we all need each other. Yeah, I don't have a problem with the fighting spirit,
Mm-hmm.
So.
Mm-hmm. Hey, now you mentioned something about why they call this the Snoopy Bowl.
Yep.
Do you have any info on that?
I was trying to do some research this morning, and every time I clicked on why it's called the Snoopy Bowl, they wanted me to purchase an app to get the full line story. The only opening line I got to read, and this could be just BS, so if it is, please let me know. And this is not me, this is what I read. It was named after a Jet running back that they drafted in 1967, and he got hurt during one of these games, one of these preseason games, and his name was Snoopy Porter. 1967. Again, I don't know if there's any truth to that, so
the thing I always heard is that Snoopy was the MetLife mascot. So when they named the stadium MetLife Stadium, it became the Jet Giant Annual became the Snoopy Bowl.
Okay. So, and that makes more sense. Like every time I wanted to click on this guy, I couldn't find him anywhere, or they kept giving me another name.
You gotta pay. Pay.
Yeah. So it's probably a crock, and it's probably has to do more with the MetLife. But I also couldn't find, because I was curious, I couldn't find stats on the preseason rivalry, like who leads the rivalry. I found regular season stats, which I'll read, but I couldn't find any preseason stats. Do you have any numbers on?
Because no, I don't. Maybe they give no credence to it. Who knows?
Yeah. Because I believe we played the Giants at least the last 15 years in preseason.
Oh yeah. At least.
Yep.
This is now in the regular. As long as I can remember, there was a Jet Giant preseason game.
Yeah. So I was looking for numbers on that, just to have something to throw out there today with the game tomorrow. What I did find out is that we did meet the Giants 14 times in the regular season, with them leading the series 8-6. They won the first meeting in 1970. That was the first time we met. And then we won the last one in 2019.
Do any of those stand out for you? Because there's one in particular that stands out for me.
The one that I remember standing out.
Let's see if it's the same one.
The one that I remember standing out, which killed me and put a knife in my heart, was the one where what was his name? Cruz, the salsa dancer.
Oh yeah.
Caught that short screen and
99 yards.
Yeah, and they took the lead from there, and we never looked back. And I believe that year we were a much better team than them.
Yes,
and we crashed. Broke my heart, and
we crashed and burned after that.
Yep, it just broke my heart. They how missed tackle after missed tackle, and That's the game that stands out for me. Which is the one you're thinking? Was that the one or?
No. Well, mine was a little happier note, but
Okay.
I think the Giants needed the win to make the playoffs.
Okay.
Okay, they were winning. It looked like they were going to win. Okay. I think there was like maybe a minute or two left.
Okay.
Down the field, here comes O'Brien.
Okay.
Walker, the Toon. Al Toon in the end zone with like no time left, catching the touchdown. To put the knife in the Giants' heart.
Was that the season we knocked them out of the playoffs?
Yes.
Yeah. We finished 8-7-1 that year. I think it was the final game of the season.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yep. We finished 8-7-1 that year. I don't know who we tied with that year, but yes. Yeah. Now that you're mentioning it, yes. Yeah.
I mean, again, it was a year that we went nowhere, but
yeah,
just to make the Giants sit on the couch in January with us was good enough for me. Just saying.
Never want those crosstown rivals to do better than us.
A cool thing that's happening today, I see, is the first annual Salute the Service Bowl, which will take place at MetLife Stadium.
Wow, yeah.
Both Giants and Jets will be holding the event.
Okay.
Which is part of the New York Jets Salute the Service Week.
Okay.
The event, it's a flag football game. The coaches, our coach is Tony Richardson.
Okay.
And Giants coach will be Amani Toomer.
Nice.
Yeah.
Now,
so
is
kind of cool?
Is this something that the fans could go see? Do you know? Is it tickets and then you could go check it out, or is it just something they're doing for the families of these servicemen?
No, it says those attending the game must park in Lot A. So
okay, very nice.
I mean, it's actually 4:30 this afternoon.
Okay,
is when the teams will arrive, and 5:00 tonight is when the game kicks off.
Oh,
so if you guys are down around that area and you're looking for something to do, go check it out.
Very cool. Very good.
Yeah,
very
I
good.
thought that was pretty cool.
Yep.
So what else you got? What else you got?
It seems like we made a good pickup this week on the waiver wire. Everyone seems to be really pumped up about this old lineman, David Moore.
Yes. Wasn't he like awarded to us or something?
Yeah, so how the waiver wire works is once a player is put on waivers, the teams put in claims, and then the worst record team wins that. And
the worst record team.
Yeah. Well, but listen, Browns, Raiders, and Bears all put in claims. So
so what is that
kid? You know,
what does that tell you? Yeah. Hey,
he was projected to.
You can never have too many horses in the stable, man.
Yep. And with the head case Lewis walking out the door.
Yeah, see that? What the hell is that?
Yeah, I don't know. They're saying personal issues, but this happened last year. And this is what I wanted to bring up to you. This supposedly happened last year under the Gase regime. Isn't that already a red flag? Like, why have him back? I understand we were weak at O-line, but to even bring him in camp for the first 2 weeks. Imagine we needed him, Kevin. Like, imagine he was a cog and now he walked out because. And listen, let's hope whatever his trouble is, it's nothing life-threatening or serious. Okay. So he is a person first, but
I'd rather have him walk out now than week 3.
True. But again, if this was a red flag from last year, but anyway, let's get back to Moore. He was possible 4th or 5th round prospect, but he went undrafted. I don't know if it was for injury reasons. I didn't get that much deep into it, but he'll take over because the Jets let go of Taden Saltz, another old lineman. They cut him this week to make room for this kid.
Yep.
The thing is with guys like Moore who have potentials, and even a tight end, Kenny Yeboah, I didn't realize, and silly me, I should have. I've been watching football for so long. To put these guys on our practice squad, they have to clear the waiver wire first. And guys like Kenny and this David Moore might not clear the waiver wire. So I don't know how you hide it. Do you put them on the roster in the hopes that 2 other players cleared the waiver wire? And I don't know how that all works. Like these might be 2 guys who make a name for themselves, but not with us.
It's above our pay grade.
Yeah, but not with us. But everyone seems to be really high on about this David Moore. And speaking of Kenny, he supposedly had a good practice where Croft, the last 2 days, again, it's only practice. His numbers are coming down because he's dropping. But I hear Kenny now is getting the feel for it, and his stock is rising.
Nice.
It's nice that we're going to have some interesting cuts, and we're going to sit here for the first time and say, whoa, he didn't make it? Wow, how did he not make it? Right. Oh, he cleared waivers. He's on the practice squad. Awesome, It's going to be exciting, and in less than 3 weeks, we're going to know our roster. Yeah, imagine how close that is.
Tomorrow night's going to tell us a lot.
Yep. Now, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Go.
I'm going to read out 3 names that we brought in for workouts. Let me know if you know anything about them, heard anything. The first name is from Miami University, 6'3", 306-pound O-lineman, Vanzel Bulware. Have any information on him?
Yeah. Your guess is as good as mine.
Yeah, no. The other name was Frederick Mugawi from Washington State, another big guy, O-line, 6'4", 310. You know what I like?
Wow, 6'4", huh?
Yeah. 310? You know what I like? We're bringing in the O-line. We know how
build the wall.
Yeah. One guy goes down, plug it in, don't lose a beat. Like you always say, competition. This is what we need. Now, the last name on the list, he's a former Merrimack player, standout, 6'2", 305 pounds. He signed with the Ravens in 2020, but I don't think he got any playing time. He's a center guard, Sam Cooper. There's a little hype around this guy. I don't know too much about him. Again, anyone out there are familiar with the 3 names I mentioned? Let us know if you have any more.
Yeah, throw it in comments. Absolutely.
What I gave out,
Enlighten us.
Yes. Like we said, we're just 2 guys talking. We don't know everything. We probably know less than we know more, but
two Mama
Lukes. We talk from our heart, but please feel free to let us know if you have any information on these guys, if you know anything. And
absolutely.
Interesting story, because I'm a big fan of this guy, and I think you are too. Denzel Mims. They were talking about, we heard earlier, a chopping block. Someone brought up maybe a trade to the Saints. We're hearing that's crap. We're hearing the reason for the slow camp was he had food poisoning. So he ate some bad salmon. And the funny story is that you think one of the other. So wait up, he ate the bad salmon, but where they're saying he ate it was at the Jet cafeteria.
Oh, even better.
Let's have a little fun with this. Did wide receiver 7 and 8 say, let's screw this guy and put a little, because no one else ate the salmon that day but him. He was the only one to get sick.
Elijah Moore and Davis are like,
yeah.
Here, here you go. Have the salmon. It's delicious today.
I mean, I can't believe he was the only one that day that ate salmon and got sick. So we're kidding, Jet fans. We're just joking around. But yeah, and he lost 20 pounds, and it took him a while. Yeah. Now,
he's not that big to begin with.
No, he lost 20 pounds. So, and even now, he hasn't put that weight back on. I think they said he gained about 9 or 10 of it. Just not to get gross or disgusting. I know what it's like to have an intestinal virus when you eat bad fish. I eat, just to give a little background, if everyone who knows, Christmas Eve is called, for you, the Italians out there, they know we eat the 7 fishes. It's a big Italian tradition. So one Christmas Eve, we had a bunch of people over, and I took a raw clam, put it in my mouth. It tasted funky, Kev, but because we had company,
you ate it anyway.
I swallowed it, guzzled it. Didn't think any bit. I went down. I figured, okay. 24 hours later, I came down with the worst intestinal virus that within a 24-hour window, no lies, like he's reported, I lost 28 pounds.
Holy crap.
Yeah, I couldn't keep anything.
No pun intended.
Yeah. I couldn't even hold in my crap, not to get disgusting, but it comes out both. It's a good day. We're going on vacation. It comes out both ways, Kevin. And the stomach pain you feel is so intense. It felt like Rocky Balboa was just giving me body blows all night. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't get comfortable. I thought I was dying for that 24-hour window. And it took me about a week to 10 days just to acclimate to normal food again.
So imagine how hard it would be to run around on the field and catch touchdown passes.
Exactly. So, Jet fans, now that we know he was behind the 8 ball, but we're starting to hear good things now. He's getting his legs about him. He's planted his feet up back. He's putting on weight. He's eating again. So let's hope now we're getting that 2nd-round pick that we bragged about last year. And
it's funny you said behind the 8 ball. Who's number 8?
Yeah. All right. So now that you brought him up, we talked earlier with the hamstring. Kevin, I prayed to the football gods. It was just a tightness, maybe some dehydration, no structural damage. Few days off, get some electrolytes into him and
therapy on that thing.
Yeah, let's rock and roll. But guys like him and Elijah Vera Tucker, if I don't see them on the field to September 4th when it's the week before season game 1,
I'm okay. I'm okay with it.
I don't know how other Jet fans is. I know we say you need the cohesiveness, you need to be out there, but we can't start the season with 2 key draft picks out.
No, and this period of time is the meaningless period of time.
Yeah.
Elijah Moore is going to make the team. He doesn't need to be out in these games doing this crap.
I agree. And Elijah Vera Tucker is making the team, you know.
Absolutely. Let's save it for when the shooting gets real.
Yeah. But we also Braxton Berrios left practice, but again, he should be ready for Packers week. Quinnen Williams should be ready for Packers week, which is nice. Again, he's somebody I'm not in a rush to bring back. If he doesn't practice again till the week before week 1, I'm okay with that. So that's a couple of things right there. I'm not a fan of his. He's on our team. I never saw much of him as a player. Chuma Adago had his knee scoped.
Yeah.
So they're already saying he should be back by September. Okay. I get a feeling he's going to be a cut, or he's going to be what was it when they put you on the injured reserve.
When you're borderline anyway, and you get an injury.
Yep.
That's just hard luck, man, because you're probably going to get cut.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
I wish him the best. Like I said, he's a person. We're people. We don't want anyone to get hurt, but I think that might have been a Jet season career for him. Like, back to sometime in September when you were probably on the bubble as it is.
Yeah, that doesn't bode well for you.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it makes you wonder if the Jets in their mind thought the same way. That's why they brought in 3 linemen plus David Moore to compete and see what's out there. You know.
Mm-hmm.
The other good news is, we talk about competition, and sometimes you don't want to help your fellow man because you're fighting for the job with him. But the fact that Morgan Moses and Fant have developed this kinship, and they're not only helping each other, they're taking Becton under their wing.
I was going to say,
you know,
Moses and Becton are like, you see them together all the time.
Yeah.
Saturday night.
Yeah.
It looked like Moses was in Becton's ear a lot.
Yeah, good. Good. Okay. He needs that. And this is why I asked you earlier when we lost Mr. Greg Knapp, who's in Zach's ear?
Good
Don't
question.
tell me Josh Johnson, you know? Like, there needs to be a quarterback coach on that field 24/7 in his ear.
Well, I'm hoping now it's LaFleur.
Yeah. But LaFleur's going to have his hands with the offense at all.
Yeah,
they need that quarterback coach who maybe see something that LaFleur did or says to Zach right as soon as he comes off the field. What I want to see this year, Kevin, which we didn't see a lot under the Bowles era, and we definitely didn't see it over the Gase era. You come off that field, I want to coach in your face to say, what were you thinking? What did you see? What didn't you see? You know?
How many times Mahomes comes off the field? The camera goes right to the bench, and there's Andy Reid sitting right on the bench next to him, going through what happened.
I don't want to. It's always like we say when we're raising kids, when they make a mistake at a young age, you correct it there. You don't save it for the next day. There's a mistake on the field or something happened. I want our coaches in their faces, not being mean, but saying, what were you thinking? What was your frame of mind? You know?
I'm going to put up a video on the channel.
Okay.
It's the final drive. I've been watching a lot of the 98 season. Okay. I put that video up yesterday, throwback.
Very
Thursday.
Good stuff.
Okay.
But Kev, that broke my heart, the Denver game. You brought back all these memories. Oh!
Listen.
What could have been, what could have been.
I know. But there's a video that I'm going to put on. It's the final drive of the Seattle game.
Okay.
Where Testaverde comes up like a half a yard short of the goal line.
That's so loud.
And they called it a touchdown.
Yeah.
Well, okay. Right after they scored the touchdown, they show it on the video.
Okay.
Okay, they're all meandering around, and Parcells is standing over there going, "Get back in the huddle, get back in the huddle." Okay. Yeah. Finally, like nobody's listening to him. Yeah. So he runs out onto the field and he grabs everybody and he goes like that. And he takes Testaverde like this. He goes, "Go back in the huddle." He punches him like this.
Yeah.
It's great stuff, man.
Wow.
It's great stuff.
Yeah. Oh, awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
Yeah, so I'll throw that up later.
Cool.
And I think that's about it. We got a little show and tell here.
That's all I got for today, brother. That's all I got.
Okay, yeah, me too. Looking forward to the game tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So each week here, I have all these. I told you about all these plates that I have all over the place. So this is game day, and I mean, I know it says the Patriots. But it's being as though we're playing the Giants tomorrow and it's our opening game. So tomorrow's game. No. But you know what I find funny about this?
Yep. Go ahead. I want to see if you're thinking what I was thinking.
Well, okay. I guess it's supposed to be at night.
Yep.
And they're camped out waiting for it. But I find it funny that there's nobody else sitting there.
Yeah. So, you know how I was taking it? I was going to the Cheatriots and thinking this was a guy working for the Patriots watching our practice for making
our practice the day before. Oh, that's a good one, man. That's a good one.
Didn't mean to get our Jet fans who watch us and subscribe mad at me, but they know what I'm talking about.
I've gone on about this jersey back here, this McNeil jersey. Okay, and I mean you can't really see it, but it's autographed right here on the two.
Yep.
And I got all these pictures of the day I went to this. I entered this contest. I won it. The new stadium had just opened. It was to come up in the box, party with Freeman. Okay. Beforehand, there was a breakfast, the whole bit. So when we went to this breakfast, it was me and my buddy sitting at a table. And I had told you Ray Romano and his kids were at the next table and the whole bit. All of a sudden, these three guys come down and sit next to us. And it was Kenny Shroy, Randy Beverly.
Wow.
They marked it with their Super Bowl III champs.
Nice.
Okay.
Very nice.
Nice thing with Freeman.
Yeah. Wow.
He personalized it, the whole bit. Kevin, blah, blah, blah.
Wow, yeah, check that out. That is very cool. I'm sure the Jet fans will get a very much props out of seeing that. Wow.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, so it was a cool day, man. But again, I have these pictures, and we're sitting, Randy Beverly showing me his Super Bowl ring. I have big close-up pictures of it and everything, but it was so long ago.
Uh-huh.
The digital camera I had took floppy disks.
Okay.
Okay. And all these pictures are on floppy disk.
Okay.
Do I have any way of transferring these pictures from the floppy? Well, of course not. They don't make floppy disk drives anymore in laptops and whatnot. So I'd really like to get some of them though, because it's cool. I got one, me and Freeman hanging out. We're both holding the ball like this. Okay. Yeah. Nice. So
Kev, pretty cool. There's no like computer store or some mom and pop store that their business is transferring things that.
Yeah, I'm sure if I looked around, I could find something. I just haven't gotten that far.
Yeah, I'll try to do some research myself. Like I said, if my father-in-law would have been great, bless him, you know, because he was a mad genius with the computer on how to transfer things and stuff. You know?
And when we were, it was me, my buddy, Kenny Schroy, Randy Beverly, and we're hanging out. And over there, is Namath with a huge line. Everybody signed to get his autograph and everything. And they kept telling me, Randy Beverly kept telling me, I wish there wasn't such a long line because he'd come over and sit with us. I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. So we waited and the line was just so long, and he was gonna be there forever. So the five of us hung out, and then finally we were like, they said, sorry guys, he ain't just gonna make it, he ain't gonna make it over here. So
wow. But the fact that you got that opportunity to sit there and break bread with 3 Jet players from the championship season. Yep. That's something you'll never forget. Never,
and they sat down, and I mean, they were older, so it was kind of hard to tell who they were. Me and my buddy are sitting there, and we're looking at their hands.
Okay.
We see the big fat Super Bowl rings on their hands.
Okay.
Everything started to click. Yeah. I was like, you're Randy Beverly, aren't you? He says, yes, I am.
So, Kevin, you won the contest, but it was just to meet Freeman McNeil, right? These other players weren't on the docket for you to meet them, right?
No.
So in other words, the reason why I'm asking is because these 3 players weren't whispered in their ear saying, oh, he won our contest. You want to sit? No, they just came over as 3 gentlemen, saw 2 young Jet fans sitting there and just sat with you guys.
Sat down with us.
Talk to a younger generation.
Because it was a breakfast buffet. Okay, so they went up, got their food, and they came down, they sat at our table and started eating.
Yeah. I'm only asking because I don't know how many adults in the real world would have sat with 2 young kids, while you're eating breakfast, So props to them. They had no clue you were a contest winner or who you were. They just saw you as 2 human beings, Jeff, and then they came over and sat with you guys. And a conversation sparked, which awesome. Great stuff. See, these are the little stories I like.
Saw me sitting there with my blank ball, and once we realized who it was, and once we started talking, and they say, give me your ball. Let's put some Super Bowl 3 stuff on there.
Nice.
So it was pretty cool.
See, those are the little stories that are awesome, and especially that you're bringing them out to the podcast for other people to hear and listen. Excellent stuff. Stuff.
A lot of fun.
Very cool.
All right, brother.
Yeah.
Looking forward to tomorrow night.
Now it gets real.
Let's tee it up, baby.
Yeah, let's do it.
Hell yeah. All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your Friday. Hey, it's Friday the 13th today. At least, good thing they're not playing tonight.
Yeah, no. I know.
All right. Have a great rest of your Friday, everybody. Yep. Have a kick-ass weekend. Enjoy the game tomorrow night, and we'll talk to you next week. Sound good?
Yep, sounds good, brother.
All right. I'll talk to you later.
Yep.
Get up.
Yeah.
Have a good one, you guys.
All right.